Standing for a moment of silence for Ron Hunter, our Stormwater Board President. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Roll call, please.
Gary,
Here.
Jenna,
Here.
Mary's,
Here.
Ned,
Here.
Bob.
Here. Next up, citizen input. Do we have any citizens wishing to contribute? Hello, sir. State your name and address for the record.
Hello, Mark Roy, 1004 Jackson Place. Not really anything for the council, but for the folks to the right and left of me. Been a 24-year resident, and I think anybody here is thank you enough, especially Public Works, bitter cold this summer, brutal hot. Thank you guys for what you do. I see you guys, your team out there all the time, busting their tails. It's appreciated. Justin with Parks, great job with Dyer Fest. A lot of compliments, people still talking about it. The improvements in parks that I've seen driving around, thumbs up. To my left, Public Safety, Fire Chief Martin, Fire Chief Alcott. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dyer voted best place to live 4 years in a row. People want to be safe, people want to feel protected. That's all because of you guys. So what you guys do is not unnoticed, it's respected and appreciated. So thank you. Next, that's all I got.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have a public hearing for ordinance 2025-07, appropriating the proceeds of the GO bond. At this time, I will open the public hearing for comments. I will call a second time for comment. And a third and final time for public comment for ordinance 2025-07, appropriating the proceeds of the GO bond. Hearing none, I will close the public hearing. Next up, I'll be seeking a motion for the approval of the consent agenda to include the minutes of June 19, 2025 Town Council Executive Session, minutes of June 19, 2025 Town Council meeting, and claims totaling $3,654,171.72.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented, including the minutes of the June 19th, 2025 Town Council Executive Session, minutes of the June 19th, 2025 Town Council meeting, and claims totaling $3,654,171.72. I'll second that.
I have a motion, a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Ned,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye. Next up under announcements, we have our National Night Out at Central Park on Tuesday, August 5th from 5 until 9. That's always a standout event. Look forward to seeing everyone there. Next up, we have reports. We'll start with the Town Council, and we'll start with Ward 2, Councilwoman Tim.
Thank you, President Stuckey. First, I want to extend heartfelt continued prayers for the families of two men invested in Dyer, Ron Hunter, our stormwater president, the promoter of our two-stage ditch, as well as many other important stormwater projects in Dyer, and Pastor Jason DeVries, one of the lead pastors of Faith Church in Dyer. These two men poured tirelessly into Dyer with all that they had. And we are better humans for having known them. Very, very grateful. Also a reminder, I mentioned a lot that I live on Hart Street and we have the pedestrian crossing. Chief Alcott, I'm almost 100% sure, but it's a state law that they have to stop when there's pedestrians in that crosswalk. Okay, so it's just a reminder. I'm vocally reminding people. Kids are squeezing in their last minutes before they go back to school. And sometimes they're not thinking so clearly. So I really appreciate it.
Push the button.
Push the button.
So the lights light up.
You know, you can't see it though when you're pushing the button. You can't see the light. The ones on the street beep. You can't see those, so you're like,
The worst is people are standing there and they don't realize it's spud, but however, state laws, if they're standing there, even if the lights don't come on, they still have to stop. You know.
Right.
It's all laid out, so actual crossing that they have to stop.
thank you. Thank you so much. Also, Pheasant Hills, we have an upcoming concert. Are we still doing art in the park? Justin?
Park?
Yes.
Park.
I don't know. There was art in
I
the
guess
park
we're
last time
not.
for the last concert where kids could sell their art. Are they doing that still in Pheasant Hills?
Yeah, nothing to do with us.
Oh, okay. I thought that they had that before. Anyway, it's a wonderful thing. I think it's the Mud Sharks. Is that who's coming this last time? I don't remember. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Bring your lawn chair. You don't even have to make dinner. They have vendors there. Is the pizza guy coming? Is he always there?
If you not know.
Oh my gosh, such a good pizza, but I would say definitely.
Taco guy is always there.
The taco guy, yeah,
Yeah.
that's good as well. And we have Project Fire Buddies. I'm sure Chief Martin's gonna be talking about that. But you need to mark your calendars for these things. These are great events using all our parks. So Dyer's full of wonderful activities to enjoy and invest in. Go Dyer. We'll see you out there. Thank you.
Next up, we have Ward 3, Councilwoman Grisovich.
Thanks, Councilwoman Tim. That was a very great, thoughtful report. I appreciate
Thank you.
everything you said, and I will be at the Dyer Fire Department Bags Tournament next weekend. Very excited about that. There's a lot of great things happening in Dyer and a lot of wonderful teamwork, and it's an honor to be a part of it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Ward 4, Councilwoman Tanis.
I attended the Redevelopment Association of Indiana annual meeting in Carmel, Indiana. Was an inspiring day. We learned so much about the city of Carmel. I mean, most of us think of it as the land of roundabouts, which it is. There are 140 of them. But what's important is the fact that the planning stages there is for the town was remarkable. We had a session on Senate Bill 1 talking about how it's going to affect your towns. And what's interesting is the two groups that were there actually are helping us with our plans because it was Ice Miller and Baker Tilly were both there, but they both acknowledge the facts that they are, supportive of Dyer too. The town of Carmel is kind of unique, and I have to say, I've only been there one other time, but the planning that went into that town is unbelievable because it's been planning for 20 years and how they went about doing it, because the person that did the planning had the original idea. He wanted to make it look like a European country, a European city, but it's still in the stages of being executed. So some of the buildings that you see, and they did admit to it, that they are just a skin of a building. There's nothing on the inside except the structure walls. So as you walked around, you could look into the buildings and think, well, there's nothing in there. There's a hotel. It says hotel up at the top. There's nothing inside. There's a restaurant. There's nothing inside because they're working on it little by little and they're executing that plan because it took them so long to get the plan, and they showed the plans digitally, and then they had a 3D model of what they expected to do. And I think, when we're talking about the parks, this is a perfect example too. They had a 3D model for people to come in and take a look at. This is what we want what we want it to look like. So it was a fascinating couple of hours. And it was nice exchanging ideas with other people in the room from other parts of the state of Indiana. So AIM did a great job as usual. And it's not unlike when we went to Gas City. Again, there was a project that they initiated and had trouble executing because of the cash flow, because of COVID, but they took their time doing it, and it really is a great project. So, it's a lesson learned about how we go about our projects. And, there's no need to hurry up and rush and get it done. I mean, it's nice to do that, but take your time and make sure that you're planning, you're thinking, this is going to be here in 100 years. And so I think, it was a great opportunity for all of us. And that, again, it was presented by AIM. So thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Ward 5, Councilwoman Ludwig.
Yes, I want to thank Sue. Thank you for sending that email on the comment from a Rockwell resident, and it's my ward, how she wanted to thank all the parties making Central Park beautiful. I love hearing that. And also the Christmas tree lights, she loved them. Not only her from Rockwell, but there's quite a few residents that have brought that same thing up to me. Pickleball courts are up and running. I know Hearthstone's pretty busy. I know a lot of residents have been walking over there and using them. Haven't gone over to Eberly too much to see how the activity is, but I'm sure Justin is gonna bring that up. Looking forward to the National Night Out. It's always a great night and looking forward to it. At the safety meeting that I attended, I want to congratulate Selena Mitchko, who was sworn in. She's our third female officer, correct? It was exciting. Room was filled with all her family and friends. But it was nice to see. And she is a Cub fan, isn't she? There's nothing wrong with the Cubs. But anyways, it was exciting and nice to see. Also, in that meeting, there was a commitment for Brandon Mano who went to an issue with an electrical problem and caused their home to begin filling up with smoke. That firefighter, even though his shift had ended, he did appear there, and the residents were really happy about that, and he was able to take care of that business. What I really can't get over is how he had stated, his humble response was, no problem, it's just what we do. And that is so true. I mean, just me getting to know both departments and the fire department, they're so close as a family. They do everything as a family, as well as the police department. It's a great department that I'm a liaison for. I appreciate it. And Bonk and Crawford, unbelievable that they're starting the fire academy. It's like boom, 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 goes so quick. So, but I think that's all I have to say. And, that's all I have. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. Next up, clerk treasurer.
Yes, we finished our federal audit and the report came out. We did a good job, so produced to my office. We all worked really hard between myself and Nancy Nelleman and Donna Shear and Debbie Drapak for our federal audit of COVID and ARPA funds. So we are closed out for that. We just finished up our 6-month reports that I turned over to the town manager and assistant town manager. We have an SBO audit for the state audit that we're finishing up our paperwork on tomorrow that we will send to them. So they will be here probably by August. So the quicker they're in, the cheaper it is. So we plan on getting them in and out and getting them all the paperwork they need with everything I'm sending them by tomorrow. That should be a good quarter of it to get them started. We also start a conference on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with APT, which we've got a scholarship for. So there will be no expense to the town. We're all doing it virtually, so there's no hotel expenses either. So that's a good thing. And we're gonna gather our information, our education. I also have donations for National Night Out of $1,000 and another one to the fire chief at his discretion for $300, if the council can accept those into the record.
I'll make a motion to approve the donations.
A second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Hi.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye. Next up, town manager,
Everything I have is an agenda item.
town attorney.
Okay, just a few things. Number one is the property acquisition on Moeller Street is moving forward. We hope to close on that in October. And then second, as promised last month, I'm just going to give a quick rundown of the new legislation that went into effect at the beginning of the month. I sent out a memo that details everything. I'm just gonna touch on the things that might be of public interest at this meeting, and I'll promise I'll make it as quick as possible. The first change everyone can see on the bottom of their agendas, the HB 1509 requires disclosure of the appointing authority and the terms of non-elected board members. Dyer is kind enough to include the terms of its elected members as well. I'm not even gonna get into SB 1 right now. HB 1198 allows towns to complete public works projects with their own employees, if the estimated cost is less than $375,000. SB 472 requires us to adopt technology resources policy and cybersecurity policies by the end of 2027. HB 1134 expands the categories we can have executive sessions on. There's some utility bills that went in. I'm not gonna get into those right now. For law enforcement, HB 1012 requires police departments to adopt protocols for notifying property owners of damage to their property, for accidents. SB 95 allows the state to reimburse towns for training law enforcement officers. SB, that's a utility statute. HB 1587 provides municipalities with a method to build private insurance for mobile integrated healthcare service response. That's been a big complaint among municipalities. HB 1005 requires if we require a building permit for a class 2 structure, we have to allow the applicant to use a private provider if we can't provide timely review. I don't think that should be an issue. SB 197 allows police to remove squatters after 48 hours notice upon an affidavit from the property owner. That's in response to some news stories out of New York and Illinois. HB 1142 allows this body to decide whether the town executive can veto final approvals by the plan commission. And then HB 1577 places food truck licensing with the State Department of Health instead of the county department. So those are just some of the changes that have gone into effect. A lot of the rest is kind of finance stuff that might cause people's eyes to glaze over if they haven't already. That's all I have.
You sure? Next up, we'll go to our department heads. We'll start with Public Works.
Okay, still waiting on 2 asphalt contractors for pricing for street repairs on the water breaks that we had. And actually, that's going to get pricing for the whole intersection. That would be Monticello and Sheffield. The complete intersection at 213th and Harrison, then about half of the cul-de-sac or a third of the cul-de-sac at Wildflower. The extension for the Calumet Avenue sidewalk, to me, seemed like it was quite a challenge to try to get NDOT for put that sidewalk in there right away. I didn't think it'd be that complicated. I think the big issues are at the intersection of Meredith and the Jewel entrance because of the ADA. There's an issue there with the elevation. And also with the pedestrian head crossing. There are a couple quotes, verbal quotes came in for that, for the push button for the crossing at Meredith. And Midwest came in at just a verbal quote for 15,000 and Hawk 13,000, but that was just a verbal for that.
Did you say 15 or 50?
15 and then 13 for, again, that was nothing written down. It was just verbals for trying to get it squeezed in here.
Thank you.
Still have not gotten any final approval from NDOT. Kind of right now, H3 is scheduled to maybe start doing that the 28th or something of this month. So hopefully that this gets figured out before they start that. The decorative lighting on Pheasant Hills, you know, the new street lights. They're just waiting for Midwest for that. For all the stuff is in, they're just waiting for Midwest to schedule. Pavement markings, I have not heard anything on the pavement markings, when they're gonna start that. There's some talk about the LEDs for the pedestrian crosswalks. Being LED, those have been ordered for 215 Sheffield and 213. And then the generator replacement, sanitary lift station improvement stuff. I guess Tuesday they're coming in for some of the portable generator hookups. They got 5 of those they gotta do. I think Autumn Chase is getting a full rehab. And a couple weeks ago, they put the new generator in for Monticello 213. And that's kind of like the basic stuff right there for the public works side of things.
Thank you very much. Next up, parks.
So for projects, Sandy Ridge Park improvement, this project is closed out. The park board released the retention or retainage at the July park board meeting. That was just for, it was small, about $5,000 just for the seed germination. Conway and Heritage Park improvements, both these projects are substantially complete. They are open for public use. We have site restoration concerns, so we will not have a walkthrough till probably late August, early September to see how the seed germinates over there. Everly pickleball courts, this project's substantially complete. We had a walkthrough on July 9th. A recommendation is going to be given to the park board in the August meeting to reduce the retainage to 5%. That I believe the only item for concern is the seed germination over there as well. Everything else looks good. The Hearthstone pickleball courts, again, this is substantially complete. We had a walkthrough on the same day, July 9th. There were 2 items over there. There was a couple hairline cracks in the sidewalk, so I had them replace that. And then again, site restoration along around the entire perimeter. So we'll keep an eye on that and we can hold that until the seed grows. Central Park infrastructure, the water main work was completed, I believe, earlier this week. They did have the south connection was completed today, so that is all finished. They've been working on the sanitary. They've installed about 100 feet of the deep sanitary underneath the berm, which is significantly deeper. They are running into some groundwater issues, so they're having to de-water as they're going along, so that this process take a little longer than their intention. I haven't had any kind of extension requests yet, but I'll check with Robinson to see if we're gonna get anything, but I'll update you guys as that continues. North parking lot, park board approved this project to go to bid. We're still scheduled to go out to bid this month, and the work's scheduled to get completed in August. It should be a pretty quick project. Disc golf, the baskets were delivered on July 11th. I've notified Brian Cummings, he's the individual who's installing it for us. Due to all the work on the south end, because that's where the course is gonna be, I told him to hold off until that project is done. I don't want them trying to put these holes in while they're out there trying to bore and do all kinds of work. Maintenance. So we, I don't know if any of you have had a chance to go to Public Works the last week or so. We had about 1,100 yards of mulch. It's quite honestly the largest pile of mulch I've ever seen in my life. And we
Nicknamed it the Mulch Mountain.
Mulch Mountain. We're refreshing all the mulch in all the playgrounds. This has been neglected for a few years here, and it's really a big safety concern because the fall heights are based on a certain amount of material at a certain depth. So we've been correcting that. They've hit most of the parks. It's gonna settle, then they're gonna refresh it again. So we will use all that mulch, but it's I do want to establish this into a yearly program, so we're not having to order over 1,000 yards of mulch to do this. Activities, our summer camp, it finished actually today. We also hosted a camp challenge event, and that was on July 11th. What that is we have a bunch of the Ys come and they bring anywhere from like 30 to 50 kids each. And I think we had 4 Ys this year, and they could compete, play games with our campers. It was really fun. As Councilmember Tim mentioned, our summer concert series, our final date is July 22nd. And additionally, again, happening right now, we're a site for the NSA Softball World Series. This is the third consecutive year. Games started Wednesday and they'll be played through Sunday. Volunteer committees, Darren Bloom, have the wrong date on here. They met on July 1st, covered a variety of topics. They voted on the winners for the curb appeal. They're listed on the parks Facebook, the town website. They also selected some businesses as well for curb appeal awards. Also planning on passing out basil at National Night Out, and they did some improvements over at Plum Creek Center, and they're also planning to utilize their funds to purchase some landscape rocks to enhance the rain garden at the south parking lot at Pheasant Hills Park. Summerfest, I still am waiting on a couple things. It's mainly the tents, but rough estimation is that we did much better this year financially than in the past, approximately around $30,000 in the positive, which is really, really good. And we have a meeting scheduled. It was originally going to be the 21st, but a couple of my members have a conflict, so we're gonna have to choose a different date for that. That's all I had. So you have questions?
I went to the Historic Preservation Volunteer Meeting the other night, which was another standing room only. There were new people there. It was so inspiring to see the number of people that are getting involved in that. Last month, I said something about, who's Elmer Miller, just to kind of get people to think about, we take for granted we know these names, but we don't know who they are. Well, this time they said, ask everybody, what is a Monon? So I am asking, what is a Monon?
The train?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So it was a great crowd, though.
Yeah.
Very enthusiastic.
Good, good.
Next up, do you have a?
Yeah, I got a couple
report
things from
on
Brian.
operations?
Yeah. So you wanted me to relay a few pieces of information here. We had 500 code enforcement interactions for the month of June. New businesses that came into town in the month of June. Big Three Restaurant Equipment at 1387 Joliet Street. Tiki's Ribs and Tips Smokehouse LLC at 2021 Getler Street. Mount Olive Mediterranean Grill Incorporated at 1135 Joliet Street, and MTB Flooring Incorporated at 1387 Joliet Street. Additionally, they've completed two stormwater backyard projects, and they're starting two more here soon, weather dependent. That's
Thank you very much. We'll head over to the fire department.
Well, thank you. Technical difficulties, we got it solved. For the month of June, 191 total calls for service, 2,580 hours of training, 40 fire and life safety inspections throughout the town. We hosted NIMS 400 for Advanced Incident Command. Lieutenants Bonk and Panazic graduated from this class, as well as numerous town of Dyer employees from police, public works, and our own parks director, Justin Gerbic himself. So good job, congratulations. Probationary firefighter Riley Waterman graduated from the District 1 Fire Academy. Probationary firefighter Tyler Merrick began the Franciscan EMS Academy. Firefighters Chase Chmielewski, Alfonso Barr Jr., Aiden Cluth, and Josh Warren officially completed their probationary period with our department. Dominic Bonk and Mason Crawford were sworn in at the safety board meeting last month. They began their academy last week. Myself and firefighter Flynn became certified in Indiana's 40-hour crisis intervention team course. As stated, our Project Fire Buddies board is hosting a bags tournament at Pheasant Hills Park on the 26th. It starts at 3 p.m. Firefighter Logan Stein's in charge of our board and has done a great job setting it up. And I believe there's already 40 teams. So it should be a really good turnout. Fire departments, police departments from all over the area, and just a lot of people that are probably going to be way too competitive. But it's all going to a great cause for Project Fire Buddies. Obviously, everybody knows we have a fire buddy ourselves, unfortunately, 11-year-old going through cancer treatments. So super important charity to help out and make sure that the right funding gets to the families that are in need. There's one more thing I wanted to update everybody on. I also serve as the IPEP Safety Committee head chair. I don't even know what my title is for the town. Tonight, I received an email from Christine Menina, who is one of the risk managers. It was addressed to myself, but it was for our committee. Our committee is Nick Fontanetta from Public Works, Bill Gray, who's everybody knows is a retired firefighter as well from the Parks Department, and Commander Hendren from PD, and Tracy Schultman, who's myself and Chief Alcott's admin assistant. It says, I wanted to take a moment and reach out and tell you what a great job you have done doing for the town of Dyer. The number of safety improvements you have made throughout the town have been tremendous. Attending your last safety committee meeting, which was this week, a couple days ago, and hearing the list of things you have implemented was staggering. When looking at your overall claims and low incidence of injuries, I can tell you your efforts are working. I often use the town of Dyer as an example of how to cultivate a safety mindset to reduce injuries and cost. Keep up the good work and please reach out if be of any assistance. So I thought that was definitely warranted being mentioning because our committee works really hard on making sure all agencies are safe for all of our employees. So being an example in the state of England is a pretty good thing. So, and that's all I have.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing. It's nice to hear.
Next up, police department.
For the month of June, we had 763 incidents, 29 arrests, 27 accidents, 170 citations, 241 warnings, 367 traffic stops. And as stated earlier, we hired an officer Tuesday night, which was a lifelong Dyer resident. The only part of that she didn't spend it was when she was born at Munster Community. The rest was all here. We normally get 3 people for swearing in, and I believe we didn't know they were coming. It had to be 40 to 50 people just showed up.
Yeah.
And they probably 80% was town residents and family. It was crazy. We also would be giving a conditional offer to a person right now. And as stated earlier, National Night Out is August 5th, 5 to 9 p.m. at Central Park. Please tell everybody to come out. It's a great time for the kids to get acquainted with the police officers, plus our businesses in town all come out and they give stuff away to the kids and get involved with the police. So it's a big community event that brings our business community, our residential community, and the police department and the fire department together. We enjoy doing it every year. Looking forward to seeing everybody there.
Thank you very much. Next up, Neil with the roads. Come on down.
Come on.
I am the contestant. Thank you. The CCMG 2024-2 reconstruction of 212th Place is substantially complete. We have some punch list items remaining, and then we'll work with Dave and Frank to close that out with NDOT for compliance. The 2025-1 CCMG, which is 28 road segments, 1.5 million, the maximum amount we were awarded this year. Those projects are proceeding specifically right now, north of US 30, and then they'll work south of US 30 once that's completed. Once all the road projects are done this year, we will, as usual, complete the Paiser report and asset management plan, and that'll be submitted to LTAP in the fall so we can maintain compliance for CCMG projects with NDOT. And then we're working with Dave and Frank and Jeff when he gets back and his staff for some new asset management plan requirements for utilities that have been passed over the last legislative session. So we want to make sure we're compliant with that, and that won't affect our CCMG compliance. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have our ordinances and resolutions. First up, on second reading, I'll be seeking a motion to pass ordinance 2025-06, authorizing the issuance and sale of general obligation bonds.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-06, authorizing the issuance and sale of the general obligation bonds on second reading.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye. I'll be seeking a motion for second reading of ordinance 2025-07, appropriating the proceeds of the general obligation bonds.
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-07, appropriating the bonds of the general obligation bonds on second reading.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye. On first reading, I'll be seeking a motion to approve ordinance 2025-08, the amendment to the Park Department fee schedule.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-08, amendment to the Park Department fee schedule on first reading.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance number 2025-08, amendment to the Park Department fee schedule on second reading.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye. Next up, I'll be seeking a motion to approve resolution 2025-16, approving an agreement with Crown Point Fire Rescue.
You want to present, chief?
Yes, so there is a recording software called ImageStrand. Right now, we use a version of ImageStrand, but we have to update and upgrade our version. The reason being is because of our staff. So, Crown Point Fire Rescue, has we're creating this MOU with them so that we can actually be part of their site. We would have our own site on top of the site. So as I mentioned before, Project Lifesaver, we can have departments add on to us. It's the same kind of concept. It's gonna, if we did this on our own, it would be about $2,300 more a year. On top of the fact that now we can pay back to the county roll for the report writing. We have to do paper reports and we have to do into the report staff as well. Okay. The crew will come back and report them into that. On top of that, some of the things we do on scene when it comes to getting information to billing, patient information, refusals, we still have to do those on paper. We don't have the software, so we upgrade our software so we can appropriately do all these things as they occur. And Point was nice enough to be the host for this, train us, make sure that everything's implemented appropriately. So it's going to save us a lot of money, not just going on our own, but also payroll wise. The way that we're set up. So it's gonna be a big benefit for us. And it's very, very kind, to, fire departments help each other and that's Crown Point helping us out a lot.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye.
Now, on this ordinance, you'll have more than the three to sign because the city needs their originals too.
I'll be seeking a motion to approve resolution 2025-17, approving an interlocal agreement with Will County, Illinois. Again, this is for the Dyer Fire Department, for usage of radios, if I'm not correct.
They're radio channels, so, things just work different from state to state. When I got here, none of the Illinois departments had our operations channels to do, so like we appropriately communicate, which was kind of wild before we had like awesome video and that. But over there, they need these agreements signed, so we can have these radio frequencies. It's gonna be no cost or anything for us to even have them implemented in. But adding these frequencies appropriately, so when we go to future Pretty Free Township to provide aid for whatever scene they're asking for, we'll be able to appropriately communicate. So they were just looking for this interlocal to make sure that everything on their end was copacetic, our end. And then Chicago Communication will come in and they call it touch all our radios, make sure that's proper for our needs. And then we'd be able to, help across the board wherever we.
Awesome. So move. You want a motion? I'm sorry.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye. Next up, I'll be seeking a motion for resolution 2025-18, transferring title of certain real property to the Redevelopment Commission.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-18, transferring title to certain real properties to the RDC.
I'll second that.
Motion is second. Any discussion?
I would also ask for multiple copies because we'll have to send these to the recorder.
Roll call, please.
Right question, Adam, do they need originals?
Yeah, they're gonna need at least one original.
Okay, Dave,
You can have mine. We'll pass any.
breaks too.
You can have mine too if you need it.
Okay, yeah, you can pass those down.
Just a quick question. This is town, property the town already owns and we're transferring it to the RDC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Peter to Paul, as we say.
Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye. The next two, I realized we had done this for the fire chief not too long ago. And so we had two outstanding. So, this first one here, I'll be looking for a motion on resolution 2025-19 service agreement extension for police chief Alcott.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-19 service agreement extension for Chief Alcott.
A second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye. Next up, I'll be seeking the motion for resolution 2025-20 service agreement extension with town manager Dave Pine.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-20 service agreement extension with town manager Dave Pine.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Thank you.
Aye.
I don't feel, make them feel like that.
Speak, speak.
No old business. We have new business. Item number one, I'll just be reading into the record. That as a presidential appointment, I appointed Brian Lane to the Stormwater Board. Next up, we have the JED TV agreement. This is our current contract is up, so this will be for another year. If there's a motion for that,
What is the cost on that?
$3,000. It's $300 per episode, discounted to $250 per episode if it's paid up front.
And that is a max, since there is that sponsorship opportunity. Correct, Mr. Starkey?
Correct. Yes, this is for item number 2 under new business, the JED TV agreement to contract with JED TV and WJOB for another year of the Town of Dyer show.
So move. Motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I did, I'll make a second so we can have a discussion.
Motion is second. Any discussion?
I was wondering, did we have the historic preservation this past year? It was, I didn't know. Did we have a?
No, they weren't on. We were in talks to have, I think we were talking to have Tom Clark come on for an episode.
That would be
Talk
nice.
about
Yeah,
That would be nice.
all things that Tom Clark knows.
okay.
So do we know ahead of time, Bob, who's gonna do this? Do we, as a council, kind of know what the schedule is, or how do we find that out and
So.
participate in that schedule?
And so when we signed the agreement last year, there were a couple emails that were sent out that if anybody had any topics, anything they wanted to talk about, just, let us know. I think, Dave, you're on there
Yeah.
as much as I am. I think from the first of this year, whatever has been highlighted in the monthly newsletter
Okay.
has been the highlight of the show. And then,
Oh, Public Works or whatever. Okay,
correct,
got it.
correct. So,
I think it should be
since we're,
advertised. Cause I want some people to-
Is it in our newsletter?
It's in our.
So,
The month
and,
of water
and
bill.
that brings up a good point. I do think that year 2 of this contract will be a lot more exposure. The
It's fine.
platform has changed. So originally when we signed on this and Mr. Starkey, jump in at all this. You're the podcast king, but when we originally started this, we were going after the Facebook Live audience because that's what captured most of our viewers at the time. And then Facebook Live changed their rules as far as how long they keep their videos. So this is all transferred into different platforms now. So there'll be a link that will be available on our website where you can go to our website to link to the show, which is going to be a lot more exposure for us.
And I had sent out an email earlier today, but we might not have seen it. There's a couple different metrics on how that's tracked. One is the live radio audience at the time, which is somewhat nebulous because, you know, we're not out there with Nielsen radios to check that stuff. So we more or less have ballparks with that. But with the switch from Facebook Live, Facebook has decided not to keep live videos anymore, and so they've done away with that. These shows are not broadcast on YouTube, not unlike what we're doing here. The website that the town will have for our socials will direct people to either the YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, whatever you listen to. I did pull it up here. Just they put our past shows up on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so you can listen to them. And the titles are such of January 25 was Town Projects, February 25 was Public Works, March 25 was Parks Department Highlight, April 25 was Dyer Fire Department, May 25 was Police Department Highlight and Dyer Summerfest News. The June 25 show was Stormwater News and some frequently asked questions. So the mailer is somewhat of a heads up of, you know, whatever's
What's coming
Mm-hmm.
up.
highlighted there. But again, you know, the offer still stands. You know, if anyone has any ideas, we have talked about having someone from Dyer and Bloom on there, someone from the historic group on there. I can't think of anybody better than Tom Clark to speak, so that's why we kind of landed on him.
It's only an hour, right?
Yeah, it's only a 4-hour show. But yes, to continue to dig into those. And of course, if we have a major event like Summerfest, that takes a little more time because we want to get some of that information out too.
I like having the links on our town website
Yes.
because it's a town interest. I mean,
Yes.
that's where you'll,
Yeah.
right, it's a great idea. Okay, thank you. This is our first year, so. you
There
can only go up.
was a lot of learning.
I just followed it on my phone on the Apple Podcast. I found
There
it,
you
so-
go.
We have
Now
one
follow.
follower now. That is, we,
Go.
thank you.
Okay, any more discussion? Roll
I'll be
call,
the
please.
second one.
Second.
Oh,
Roll call, please.
Mary,
hi.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye. Next up, we have, excuse me. I'll be seeking a motion to accept the agreement for attorney fees relating to the 2025 general obligation bond issue.
I'll make a motion to approve the general obligation bond council agreement with Johnson and Bell.
I'll second that.
Just to, by way of introduction, language tracks identically the terms of previous years, including the factors arriving at the flat fee. And it provides for proportionate reduction if the final amount of the bond is less than is provided in the agreement. I can answer any questions if you would like.
And in the past, when the motion is made, they usually just say that council president Starkey could sign.
Well, he's authorized once it's approved anyway, but if you want to specify it, it's fine.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
No, no, not that one. We have old business on, I'm sorry, new business, community center and amphitheater, but I don't think we have anything
So
For both
basically
here.
what we talked about is that since the presentation was to go out for bid, and a motion to allow JMA to go out for bid and then come back to you guys with the bid results at those August meetings.
Do
So
we want to do that at RDC instead?
yeah, I mean, if there's any more discussion on your level, it's up, we can do it there. I think we got all the discussion out in the study session, to be honest with you.
Okay. Any and all? I'll seek a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
I will second motion to adjourn.
Motion second, voice vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Of the Redevelopment Commission of July 17, 2025 to order, please. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Take out Marcos in there.
I would sell in the middle.
We have the roll call, please.
Here,
I, over here. Oh, I'm audible today.
Here.
Here.
Here. Next, we have citizen input. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to say something? Citizen input. Hearing none, we will move on to the consent agenda, including the minutes of the the June 19th, 2025 redevelopment commission meeting and claims totaling $805,262.67.
So moved.
Second,
I second.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
aye.
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 I.
Aye. Next, we have new business. We have Pure Illumination, the accent lighting locations. And we are looking for a motion to approve. What we did that during discussion, you know, we kind of looked at what we were looking for. Does anybody care to make a motion? Or do we want to table that?
Well, I'd like to make a motion for items 1, 5, and 8.
1 and 5?
1,
And
5,
eight.
and 8.
1, 5, and 8. Okay, thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Did you want to put a not to exceed on this amount?
I think, Justin, did we say 35,000 or not to exceed 32?
32 is just a rough calculation.
Okay, not to exceed 35,000.
Okay,
Are these going to be the color lights or white lights? Are we gonna make them just white?
Well, the one that's on the building services is white only.
Right.
The Hartree Bridge could be white all the time as well. It would only change if if you so wanted to, but white is just the safety factor that we saw. And as far as the town hall, I think that mural on the town hall would probably be white most of the time too. It was just those 2 front trees that would be illuminated. I think it was 2 front trees.
So those would just be white, number 8, you want them to be white, and you want the bridge to be multicolored, number 5.
Just for clarification, if I can introduce that, it should be the trees, as I understand them, Kevin's here, will be the 2 front trees, plus I believe there's 3 trees off by the gazebo.
Correct. There,
So it would
Did
be,
that include that Japanese maple or no, that was by
Mm.
right outside this?
no, it did not.
no,
Okay,
no, that was just all to the front,
Correct.
facing.
yeah, we would like things that are facing there
Facing
first.
out there, yeah, for
Well,
visibility.
to start, I mean, not that we wouldn't do something again, but I think,
And the bid pricing is clear lights for number 1 and colored multiple lights for all the rest of them. That's the bid pricing, just to be clear.
we don't have to have them colored except where there's a special occasion.
We're
correct?
gonna be paying for them to be, so we're gonna be paying more for them to be white.
I don't think that it would, go ahead.
So if you guys want just white, I would recommend not doing this because you're paying for this system. If you want to be able to change the colors, you would want to move forward with this, but if you don't want to change the colors, the price would be similar to what the mural is over at the building service itself.
It's the Hart Street Bridge.
That price,
That one could be colored, but I think of it because it's we have the safety,
Yeah. Oh,
the safety
yeah.
building on that street, so I feel like it kind of goes in with the safety building if you had.
the reason that one's more expensive is because we're coring into the concrete. So it's more of the labor involved there, but again, you're not really utilizing the system to its fullest if you don't do color. So if you guys don't want to do color, I would not move forward with this. That's just
The
my
colored lights,
opinion.
I think are fine on those particular ones, especially the one by the safety.
I like colored lights. I think they look great.
Well, I
but
do
it's
think
just-
that they look nice, but it's not something they're gonna have all the time as being colored
Oh,
lights, but.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think the idea was that
I understand we like colored lights, I think for safety though, white is perfectly fine, there's no reason to even.
Right, well, the only thing I said for colored lights on that street is it's on the safety building. It's on the same street as the safety building right outside there. And we have police and fire there. So, I mean, it's almost an accent to that as well for specific things.
We can go back to that. I'm not against.
Can you
the
change that up?
White light.
or-
I'm
Back.
changed, I'm sorry, there's a couple of.
If you only put white lights in, can you change that up?
No, I mean, if you're, so the way I would envision this, Frank and Dave, you can step in if I'm incorrect here, is it would probably be white accent lights 60 to 70% of the time, and then you guys would choose to change when you would want to change the colors.
So
But
the fire department calls us in October and says that fire department open house, can you guys do
Right.
the lights red
Right,
at the
right.
town hall?
Yeah.
We would then activate the town hall ones that are
Right.
red and the
Yes.
ones that are on the bridge that say.
Right,
all I will,
Police week would be blue.
right.
But it would be a authorization. It wouldn't be,
right, and what I was saying about if you only wanted white lights all the time, I would not move forward with this. You're paying more for something that you're not gonna use.
No, I think the colored lights are fine on those particular ones. I mean, the one that's on the mural on the building services is just plain white. That doesn't change.
Yeah,
'cause that's
that
one
one,
of
the
colors.
building services building and the one up here facing 30, those would be plain white all the time.
And like, I think the idea was that they were white, like Justin said, most of the time, and then when they do get changed for special occasions, people notice that change.
Yeah.
And it's like sort of getting a new installation. I mean, again, that's all aesthetics, but still, I think that was kind of the rationale behind that.
Yeah,
With
and-
those other installations
Yeah.
outside of the murals.
And in that same boat too, if you wanted to have them colored all the time, people are gonna get used to that, and then when you change it, they're not necessarily gonna know,
No.
or you're not gonna get that wow factor or even that appreciation for it.
I think if we just do these few to start with, I think that's a better idea. I don't know, Mr. Stark, if you would agree with that, we could make it not to exceed 35,000. For those three items,
Yes.
and they would be colored for the two, not the mural on the building services.
Okay, and not to exceed
35,000.
35,000, okay.
I think it would be more prudent to just do the mural on the building services facility for now. And then put together a more comprehensive plan around town and where we want to incorporate other areas.
Some things I agree with, but because I live there, I mean, I
Right.
see what happens there, and I think the safety factor is huge. So for me, I don't agree with that particular one. I do on these other things. Think we have to kind
Yeah.
of take a bigger look at those. But maybe because, Rob didn't know that right offhand, but just those flashing little blinking lights were 15,000 each direction. So I'm thinking, in the big scheme of things, this is more practical for those three locations.
So for safety
Yeah.
though, just white, like what Justin's saying, we can get a different system for safety that would be just white, that would be less expensive than $21,000.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but because it's on that street, I think
Right.
it would be foolish to not go ahead and take the whole package and then implement the colors on those specific occasions,
Yeah,
not all the time.
and it goes with the town lighting too.
Well,
town
well,
hall
there's
light.
different areas of town that we could light up. I think we shouldn't always do the one same area, so. But I think we're improving it little by little in different areas, but I would like to see what this does, but safety first is my thought.
We have a motion on the floor for numbers 1, 5, and 8 for multiple lighting and not to exceed 35,000. And if we have a second,
Yeah, that's
Yes.
it.
any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
No.
Aye. Next, we have resolution 2025-02, accepting title to certain real property from the town property acquisition on Main and Sheffield. We have a motion to approve.
This is not meaning.
I'm reading right here.
You're.
Oh, you're
you combined
two
three.
separate. Okay. So resolution 2025-02, accepting title to certain real property from the town.
So this is the other half of what you voted at, what the council voted
Yeah.
on at the last meeting. This is accepting.
Yes.
So moved.
You have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussions?
Multiple copies
Yes,
also.
Dave and.
Dave, I have two already, I need one more.
I have mine.
You can take.
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Aye, I'm sorry.
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have property acquisition at Main and Sheffield. And again, this is that corner that we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
We have a motion to approve the purchase of the property, or do you
I
have
think
an
we're just going
appraisal?
out for bids.
We
Yeah,
need
it-
appraisal?
Yeah, get the appraisal and then you can decide whether
Okay.
you want to make an offer.
Do you have a motion for an appraisal for the property at Main and Sheffield?
So moved.
Have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
This is zoned residential, right?
It's in a,
Yeah.
I know that.
Oh, so it'll be a cheaper then.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually considered Sheffield, Maine district right there. So,
By mixed.
yeah. it's
So
mixed.
currently residential use.
Is residential,
Okay.
that's correct.
We have a motion and a second for the property acquisition at Main and Sheffield to
I
get
think this is just
an
for
appraisal.
Appraisal, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Kate,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
and Jenna.
Aye.
Next, we have Central Park Gold Star Memorial. We've talked about this before. I think probably the only question that we had was, do we want to have the pictures on top of the memorial? We have, need a motion to approve the Central Park Gold Star Memorial with pictures. And the total was $44,360 plus the pictures. Is that correct?
Nope, it's all inclusive. Well, it depends on, okay. Depends on how you want to make the motion here. Let me,
Yeah, because under it, it says.
additional picture, yes. We would want to do that now. I'm sorry, I can add that up real quick if you give me a second here.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it?
I'm saying 10 times 3.
We will, I'll make a motion to move forward with the Central Park Gold Star Memorial, with Rogan Granite Industry, Inc. To include the photo option not to exceed $50,000.
Okay, good. Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary Kate,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary.
Aye.
I
Next,
just, if I could just say one
Yeah.
thing, I think, thank you very much. This will mean a lot to a lot of people, and I could see
it does.
that Mr. Clark may have something to talk about on the radio show coming up that we can announce this to the public. So thank you for this. This is huge.
Lot to talk about even besides.
Yes,
this.
I think Mr. Clark will use our entire year's worth of.
Yeah.
It would still be well spent.
And it's good to see this because I know initially when we were talking about the Gold Star Memorial, there were so many people that were involved and a lot of people go visit there. And it's so good that we have the parking lot right up to there. Dyer and Bloom has been very good about facilitating and making sure that all the flowers are planted there and they're maintained. So I think it's a collaborative effort on the part of the town working together for something that's very successful that a lot of people visit. So that's great.
It was a struggle for some of the veterans to get out there in the middle of the park.
Yes.
We knew that because that was phase one, but having the parking lot adjacent to it now has just made it more
Yep.
accessible to them. It's great.
If I can just add 2 cents, if you've gone out to Bunker Hill and Saratoga, the monuments there are obelisks. So
Yeah.
I like the obelisk shape
Yeah.
chosen for this.
Yes.
It's
Number 5.
a tribute to our history.
Yes, it does. Yes,
I don't
thank
know.
you. Next, we have pay request number 1 from the Central Park parking lot and utility improvements for a total of $641,913.35.
So moved.
Have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mary Kate,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary.
Aye. Next, we have community center bid and ban shell. We're open. We want to make a motion to bid this?
Correct.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to direct JMA and town staff to go out to bid.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mary Kate,
Aye.
Annette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Jenna,
Aye.
Mary.
Aye. Next, we have any and all. Hearing nothing. I will seek a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
The second,
Second.
all those in favor, voice vote?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.